Hello, my friends, hello, and welcome once again to stately Vaughan Manor. And today, I've got a tag for you. It is for Garbaugust, an event created by Criminali, celebrating the reading of trash. In August, we are just going to be reading a ton of trash, Ollie and his co-hosts, and I'm one of them. I'll link all of our trashy co-hosts down below for Garbaugust. But Ollie, Criminali, created this tag to start off Garbaugust. Now, there have been some people muttering about Garbaugust, wondering why on earth anyone would want to spend time reading trashy books. Here's the thing. These are books that are regarded as trash by society at large. There's only two kinds of books that are actual garbage, and those are books that either are just written to lie to you, books that are self-help books or political books or whatever that are just telling you lies. Those books are garbage. Or books that are prejudiced against a certain group and is talking about how a certain group are awful, like liberals are all this or conservatives are all that, or those type of books. Those are garbage too. So those are the only two types of books that are really garbage. Otherwise, you should read whatever you want to read, even if society at large might think those books are trash. We are kind of celebrating those books during Garbaugust. I understand. I can't tell you how many times the lady of the manor has looked at a book I was reading and said, why are you reading that? That looks terrible. That looks like garbage. And then, she'll go watch the Gilmore Girls. So, I've experienced this harsh prejudice. So I'm happy that we are celebrating garbage and trashy books for Garbaugust. I've gone on long enough. Let's do the tag created by Criminali. Okay. There are 10 prompts here. Prompt number 1. Trashy books are often dismissed by the critics and everybody else. What's a book which is regarded as trash, which you think has artistic value? I have a book like that. This book was scandalously dismissed as trash. Its true value unrecognized. That would be, of course, The Monster Men by Edgar Rice Burroughs. The tragic story of number 13, that's him right there. He was the last and most successful of Professor Maxon's attempts to create life out of lifeless chemicals. He was not a misshapen, hideous thing like the Mad Doctor's previous 12 experiments. Number 13 was almost human. Just how human, he would discover when he found the young woman who was the island's unwilling prisoner. So you can see just from that this has real literary merit. It's about, love and loyalty and just what does it mean to be human. It's full of deep themes like that, The Monster Men by Edgar Rice Burroughs. It's The Monster Men. Yeah, that's the one. Let's go to number 2, where we're talking about the critics again. Critics often love books with extreme or challenging content. Which critically praised book did you think was trash? Now, there is a critically praised book which I think was trash, but I'm not going to mention what it was because some people love this crappy book, and some even think that this was, think this is their favorite book of all time. I figure they've got to be lying, but some people actually say that this book, which I have in mind, that I'm not going to tell you what it was, or what it is, they say it's their favorite, and critics love this book. Everybody loves this book, apparently, but it's garbage. So Number 2. Sorry I couldn't tell you what that was. Number 3. Not everyone approves of trashy books. What's a book you wouldn't read in public? Well, I would pretty much read anything in public except probably porn, and I'm not going to read that anyway. So there you go. Let's go to number 4. Books about killer animals are almost always trashy. What animal would you least like to be attacked by? I've thought deeply about this. There are many animals I would not like to be attacked by. I mean, I wouldn't like to be attacked by any animal, but probably the least I would like to be attacked by would be piranhas. That would be bad. That'd be bad. So, where are we? Number 5, trashy books often flourish in specific genres. What is your favorite trashy subgenre? Sword and sorcery? Sword and sorcery, of course. Still considered a trashy subgenre, believe it or not. But yeah, that would be it. Number 6. Famous people love to milk their fans by publishing books. Which celebrity would you like to read a trashy novel by? Lionel Atwill. He's experienced some stuff, Lionel Atwill did. So I think if there were a trashy novel by Lionel Atwill, I would really like to read that book. That book would be something. Okay. Let's see. Number 7. Trashy books have the best covers. Which book on your shelves has the trashiest cover? I'm going to go with Traveler, number 1, The Road Ghost. So this is Traveler, number 1, The Road Ghost. And for me, this just seems to have the trashiest cover. It's got the 1980s Rambo wannabe here on the cover, shooting his machine gun into the air, looking very non-concerned about whatever he's shooting at. And then you've got this crazy lady over here who seems to be shooting at the Traveler. I'm assuming this is the Traveler. I haven't read this masterwork yet. But yes, she seems to be shooting at him while he's shooting in the air. And they both look kind of trashy, actually. And this is probably, I'm going to say this is the trashiest cover. There could be, lurking in Vaughn Manor, a cover trashier than this. I just can't think of it right now off the top of my head. Okay, where are we on? Number 9. Oh, wait. That was number 7. We're on number 8. See, I can't. Counting's difficult. Number 8. Trashy books often contain adult themes. What's a book you read before you were old enough to? Most of them. Well, the first book I read that was an adult book was when I was a little kid, and it was Dracula. And you know, there are some adult themes in Dracula. I was much too young to really catch on to them. But probably Dracula. I mean, probably a lot of stuff. My mother, she didn't mind, you know, if we were reading adult stuff or watching, you know, R-rated movies and full of violence and gore. And we could read anything or watch anything. My parents didn't care. Which is why I've grown up so well adjusted. You know. Now we're on number 9. If you were a character... Hold on, there's a ferocious beast attack going on. Hold on. Are you a shifter? You can tell me. What do you transform into? I think she's a shifter. We'll see. Anyway, number 9. If you were a character in a shifter romance, what creature would you want you or your partner to shift into? See, here's the thing. I don't want to answer any questions about shifters because I was involved in a real life shifter romance back in the 80s when I was a young man and single. I met a woman and she seemed normal, there was nothing unusual about her, and I was drawn to her for some reason. There was something I was drawn to. I don't know what it was, but I was. And so, I started seeing this woman. And then one night, she took me to a party full of weird people. One of these people looked like Christopher Lee. It was really strange. Anyway, this party degenerated into an orgy, like all the parties I go to do. They all turn into orgies for some reason. But anyway, it turned into an orgy, and then everybody turned into werewolves. And after that, it got really strange. Anyway, the whole thing was very traumatizing. Or maybe that was The Howling too. I don't know. Either way, it was traumatizing. And so since that time, I don't even want to think about shifter romances, since I was so involved in one. So let's go to number 10. Tag the trashiest booktubers you know. Well, the trashiest booktubers I know are already involved in Garbaugust. But let me think. I'm going to tag Adam White, Dishelved with Adam White. He's pretty trashy. He's almost as trashy as I am. Dishelved with Adam White. I'll tag that channel because that channel is awesome. Yeah. And I think Misreads a Lot has already been tagged. Otherwise, I would tag Misreads a Lot. If you haven't been tagged, I tag you, Misreads a Lot. So yeah, that was this amazing tag, the Garbaugust Trashy Books tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Catch me for the next few days when I try to catch up on my videos. And I will see you next time.